Becca, I've been feeling kind of under the weather. Do you have a remedy to help me shoot better? Oh, yes, that's perfect. Feeling great. Hey guys, I got another BAC review for you. My name's Reed and we're up here at Bill's Archery in Transfer, PA. Today I have the Elite Remedy to review. So let's get into it. The specifications of this bow, it is 34 inches axle to axle, that's the bow's height. The brace height, which is the distance between the string and the throat of the grip, is 6 3/8 inches. Now this bow has a huge draw length adjustment, so it'll fit like 90 or 95% of the archers out there. It goes from 24 inches all the way up to 31 inches, so it'll fit a ton of people, which is always great. It's only 4.6 pounds, so it's not too heavy. It is a little bit taller bow, so it is slightly heavier than some others that are out there. And the IBO speed rating of this bow is 331 foot per second. Some of the cool features that this bow has, it has the ASIM tri-track cam system. So that's the cam system that this bow has. It's super smooth. That's one of the reasons why I shoot an Elite, especially in their newer models. I have a bit of a bum shoulder. It just pops and clicks every now and again from a car accident. And the Elite bows are so smooth, I rarely have issues with them, especially at 60 pounds. And I can even shoot them up to 70 sometimes. So that cam system is awesome. It has the Versa Mod rotating module. So we were talking a little bit about the draw length adjustment earlier. Now that is due to this mod that you can actually loosen and rotate to different positions. And like I said earlier, that is 24 all the way to 31 inches draw length. And you can even play with your draw or your let off percentage. You can go, I believe, from 70 to 90% on this let off mod. And that gives you an option of the cable stops it comes from the factory with, or in the manual, they give you the limb stop options as well. So if you want that traditional Elite feel of that super rock solid back wall, you can add those limb stops if you want to. And that also, with this let off adjustment, that lets you have a 1/4 inch draw length adjustment. So it's not like a lot of other bows where it's 29 inches to 29.5. You can actually do 29 1/4 between the Versa mod and the let off adjustment. So it's crazy adjustable. You can go down a rabbit hole playing with this thing. Now, the last awesome feature that this bow has is called SET technology. That's SET technology, which stands for Simplified Exact Tuning. Now, what that does, and they came out with this last year on the Cure and their Result target bow as well. You can loosen this lock screw here, and by turning this screw on the side of the bow, it lets you pivot the limb pocket, which adjusts the tilt of your limbs. And basically all that does by rotating this one screw is you can adjust your cam lean for all your tuning. So you don't have to use bow presses, shims, you don't have to put it in a bow press to twist yokes on either side. You can do almost any tuning you want to this bow with one set of Allen keys, which is just awesome. So this is the section where I talk about my opinions and what I think having shot it for a little bit. So this bow with the Versa Cam is extremely smooth and very forgiving. One of the reasons why I shoot an Elite is just because of my shoulder. It's so smooth, and they still keep the speed pretty well too. A lot of other smooth bows that are out there that are like as forgiving as this is going to be, they just can't keep the speed up with some of the other name brands like Matthews or Hoyt or everyone. And at my draw length, this bow does maintain speed very well. It's a little bit tall for a hunting bow at 34 inches axle to axle, but that, in my opinion, is only a benefit. I don't really hunt a lot of blinds or very, I don't know, short, small spaces. I hunt out of a tree stand mostly. So the height doesn't bother me, and at 60 yards, if I'm really trying to dial in my setup and I want to be effective at 60 yards, I just couldn't do that when I was shooting a 28 or a 29 inch bow. With a bow this much taller, it's just that much more forgiving at distance, and that's why I like it. Now, this bow is rated at 331 IBO. We are going to do, on all our compound bow reviews, a bit of a more realistic test. The IBO rating on bows is with like a 31 inch draw with a crazy light arrow. It's not very realistic, so I'm going to give you a more realistic idea of what you're going to get for speed from something like this. So what we did was we set it to 29 inches, which is pretty average for most of our customers coming in here. And we're using a 450 grain Easton Axis arrow. And the speed we got, and we can show clips of it up on the screen, was 278 foot per second. Now, that was also at 60 pounds, so still floating about 280 with 60 pounds at those, again, 29 inch draw, 450 grain arrow. That's still really good speeds. This cam, I will say, at shorter draw lengths, so sub 27 inches, like 25, 26, it drops off speed a lot more than some other bows have, in my opinion. or in our testing. So if you do have a shorter drawing, maybe picking up a shorter bow or something with like a specific mod instead of a rotating mod would be a little bit more efficient. But at any drawing, 27, 28 or longer, this bow is plenty fast and it keeps up with every other bow out there. Wrapping up this video, I just wanted to make a quick note about the set technology. Just being able to tune this bow with one set of Allen keys is awesome. It's a huge time saver for people. So like I set up bows for a living here at the shop, and not only does it save me a lot of time here, if you want to mess around with stuff at home, and if you want to try tuning and paper tuning, and you want to go down the rabbit hole of, you know, setting up bows yourself, the Elite platform with the set technology is great because you can adjust things without having much risk of, you know, taking it too far or putting shims too much on one side or anything like that. You can really learn a lot working on these bows, and they're very simple to work on. You don't have to disassemble this whole axle and cam assembly. You don't have to switch out mods or anything. You just, you know, twist an Allen key. It's pretty simple. So I can't stress enough how awesome that set technology is for us here. And like I said, if you want to get into it, it's a great bow to pick. Hey guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content, and we'll see you in the next one.